Hello and welcome. So today, we're going to dive into leadership, but maybe not in the way you'd expect. We're not cracking open the latest business bestseller. Nope, we're going way back, looking at some of the most powerful stories ever told, to pull out these timeless truths about what it really takes to lead. Okay, let's get into it.
This right here, this gets to the absolute core of everything we're talking about. It sounds so simple, right? But it's incredibly profound. See, a leader's real authority isn't just about barking orders or hitting targets. It's built in the small things, the day-to-day stuff. How you talk to people, how you carry yourself, whether you actually look them in the eye and care about helping them. That's what makes or breaks a leader.
So, here's a quick look at where we're headed. We'll start with exactly how a leader should operate. Then we'll get into the absolute bedrock of it all, character. From there, we'll check out a toolkit of essential leadership qualities. Then, look at how you structure authority, and we'll wrap it all up with the leader's final and most important test.
All right, so let's jump into that first section, the method. Think of it this way. Your authority as a leader is directly, and I mean directly, tied to how you actually do your job. It's about having real conversations, not just giving monologues. It's about listening. It's about showing your team that you genuinely want to see them win. It's in those day-to-day moments where leadership is either forged or it just falls apart.
And that whole idea of how you lead, well, it's built on something even more fundamental, your character. This is the non-negotiable bedrock. Because think about it, for people to really follow you, they have to trust you. And not just your skills or your smarts, but who you are deep down. Integrity isn't a bonus feature, it's the whole foundation.
Now, if you think you need a perfect pass to be a leader, just take a look at Jacob. His resume wasn't exactly stellar at the start, right? Deceiver, fugitive, seriously flawed. But here's the incredible part. His past didn't disqualify him. His story is this amazing testament to the fact that leadership isn't about where you start. It's about your capacity to be completely transformed.
And if you want an even more powerful example, you've got to look at Joseph. He goes from being the favorite kid to being sold into slavery. Just awful. But here's the key. The terrible things that happened to him didn't change his character. They revealed it. They showed everyone what he was made of. His integrity, even under all that pressure, is what made people trust him. And that trust is what took him all the way to the top.
All right, so now that we've established that foundation of character, let's zoom in on some specific qualities. Think of these as the essential tools every single leader needs to have in their toolkit, and we'll see them personified in some key figures.
First up, patience. And wow, does David teach us about patience? Can you even imagine? You're anointed to be the next king, and then you spend the next 14 years on the run, hiding in caves, being hunted down. He had the promise, but he had to wait. That ability to trust the process, even when it's impossibly long and hard, that is a massive leadership virtue.
But it's not just about being patient. Next up is wisdom, and Solomon is the poster child for this. Leadership isn't about brute force or just making demands. It's about having the insight to navigate really tricky situations in a way that brings peace and helps everyone thrive. That's real wisdom.
And of course, what's a leader without courage? You just can't be one. Look at Deborah. Her story is so cool. She wasn't just brave herself. Her real power was in making other people brave. A true leader doesn't just have courage, they inspire it in everyone around them to do amazing things.
And that brings us to this powerful idea. Because having all those personal qualities is great, but they need to serve something bigger. They have to be aimed at a grand vision. The world is just crying out for leaders who can see beyond the immediate problems and inspire people with a vision of what's possible.
Okay, so we have the character, the qualities, the vision, but how do you actually make it all work on a practical level? How do you organize it? That's what this next section is all about, the architecture of authority, the structure that makes leadership effective.
And you really can't talk about this without looking at Moses. He gives us an absolute masterclass in how to delegate. His father-in-law, Jethro, gives him this brilliant advice, and he sets up this amazing tiered system. He empowers others to handle issues at the right level. This wasn't just about making his own life easier. It was about creating a system that could actually function and scale, empowering a whole nation to work.
But here's the thing. That whole amazing structure, it's completely useless without one key ingredient, a single, unified vision. It's like that old saying, a house divided cannot stand. Same goes for a team, a company, a church, you name it. When the vision is split, everything grinds to a halt. But when everyone is locked in on the same goal, that group is basically invincible.
And this chart just lays it out so clearly. An unstoppable team, it's when you get everyone's minds, their thoughts and strategies 100% on board. And you get their hearts, their passion and commitment 100% on board. And then you get their actions, what they actually do every single day 100% on board, all pointing to that one single goal in the middle. Man, you become unstoppable, literally.
So we've talked about the how, the character, the qualities, the structure. So what's it all for? What's the final exam for a leader? That's where we're heading now. This is the true measure of greatness.
And the answer might surprise you. It completely flips our modern idea of leadership on its head. It's this. True greatness isn't about climbing to the top of the pyramid. It's about flipping the pyramid upside down. The greatest, the most powerful, the most effective leader is the greatest servant. And this isn't some abstract idea. It's so practical. It means you're humble enough to take advice, like Moses was. It means choosing to serve your people instead of just ruling over them. It means you accept the heavy weight of that responsibility. And here's the bottom line. It means you earn respect because of who you are and what you do, not just because of the title on your door.
So we'll leave you with this. If the greatest leaders really are the greatest servants, then the question for you and for me isn't how can I get people to follow me? The real question is, who will I serve? That's a powerful thought to take with you. Thanks for joining us.